Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. Your hosts here, Matt Zahab and Rachel Wolfson. Wow, what a week, Rachel. How are you? Another week in crazy old crypto land.
Yeah, doing well, Matt. And yeah, this week was crazy. We saw a lot of stuff happen, so excited to get into it today.
As always, we're going to start with some price action. Bitcoin is down 1% on the week, still just under the 105K mark. Currently at 104.8K time of recording. Ethereum pretty much even at 3.26K. XRP down pretty even as well, still at $3.11. Solana down 5% to 240. Doge took a bit of a hit at 5% to 33 cents. A very volatile week. We saw Bitcoin under 100K this week. Everyone thought the market was toast. There was red across the board, but we have got back some of those gains and we're pretty much even from the beginning of the week. And why did that happen? Well, that was because of DeepSeek. Last week, again, I don't want to say I'm a huge AI guy, but I do like my AI, Rachel, and I mess around with most of the LLMs, most of the image generators, and I've never heard of DeepSeek until last weekend. And I believe it was Friday after you and I finished recording. DeepSeek went out into the masses and the cryptocurrency market took a 7% tumble. In over 24 hours, $1 billion were slammed with liquidations as investors reacted to the launch of China's DeepSeek AI model. The stock market lost way more than the crypto market, losing trillions in value. Again, DeepSeek is the new Chinese competitor to OpenAI and ChatGPT. Pretty wild stuff, and super glad that we are not in a bear market as that little 2-day period would have suggested. But Rachel, another week, another weekly roundup, another Michael Saylor buy.
Yep, so no surprise here, Matt. MicroStrategy acquired another over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. So MicroStrategy acquired 10,107 BTC for $1.1 billion at 105,596 per Bitcoin. They have achieved a BTC yield of 2.90% YTD in 2025. As of January 26, 2025, they hodl 471,107 BTC acquired for $30.4 billion at 65,511 per Bitcoin. Another week, another Saylor buy, not surprising. I think we're going to keep seeing this weekly.
It's crazy. At one point, I feel like he's literally going to own like 10% of all Bitcoin, which isn't that hard. My math is correct. I think that's what, 2.1 million Bitcoin. I mean, that's a lot of Bitcoin. I think he's a quarter of the way there. He's almost a quarter of the way there. So very well could happen. Speaking of Bitcoin and Bitcoin ETFs, the Nasdaq seeks in-kind creation and redemption for the BlackRock spot ETF. This was submitted on January 24th and seeks a rule change to allow authorized participants to use Bitcoin directly rather than cash for creating or redeeming ETF shares. That's super, super cool. And according to the Nasdaq's filing, typically large financial institutions could choose between Bitcoin or cash to facilitate the creation of new shares or to redeem existing ones. Again, currently this is only for IBIT, the biggest Bitcoin ETF, which is BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust. Pretty wild stuff there. And Rachel, moving forward, Trump doing God's work here, helping us out for all his crypto folks. He signed the executive order to develop a regulatory framework for digital assets in the US.
Yeah, this was huge news. This actually happened last week, but we're talking about it this week because it's such big news and great news for the industry. After just 4 days in office, President Donald Trump signed an executive order on January 23rd, 2025, seeking to establish the U.S. as a leader in the global cryptocurrency market. The order includes a roadmap for regulating digital assets while signaling a broader strategy for fostering innovation in the crypto space. This is huge news. Definitely good for Bitcoin and all digital assets. So I'm really excited to see what comes about from this.
Likewise, I remember back in early November, you and I did an episode about if Trump gets in and what will happen. And we were a little skeptical if he would follow through with all his promises. And here we are coming up in early Feb, and he is absolutely moving and grooving. Speaking of the big orange man himself, Donald Trump, the Trump media team just announced the launch of fintech platform TruthFi. Trump Media and Technology Group, also known as TMTG, the parent company of Truth Social, announced on Wednesday that its board has approved the launch of TruthFi, a new financial services and fintech platform targeting traditional and crypto investments. The Trump team continues to go all in on crypto, continues to adopt it and push it mainstream. More regulatory stuff on the docket this week as SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce says goodbye to the controversial crypto accounting guidance, also known as SAB 121.
Yeah, this was also huge news of the week, Matt. So late last week, the SEC revoked the controversial Staff Accounting Bulletin, SAB 121, days after Gensler's resignation. The rule gained widespread criticism for asking banks that hold crypto to record them as liabilities in their balance sheets. Banks will now be able to hold and offer digital assets to their customers. This is huge news, obviously great for mass adoption, and just another huge win for the US crypto space.
100%. More regulatory stuff. Rachel, we got a lot of regulatory stuff this week, which I think is a good thing, as it means more rules are coming into play. This time it's about Binance. Seems like every time we talk about Binance, it's either really good, it's really bad. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about how they had more inflows in 2024 than any other of the big 10 exchanges combined. But this week, French authorities have opened a money laundering investigation into Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange. They did this on Tuesday over alleged violations of anti-money laundering and terrorist financing laws. The French public prosecutor revealed that Binance is likely to have assisted in habitual money laundering, particularly in connection with drug trafficking and tax fraud. I really hope Binance can figure this out. Binance is a net positive for the space, as they have onboarded more people than anyone else. So hopefully this isn't true, and hopefully Binance can get their shit together. Another massive Asian exchange gets absolutely rocked this week, Rachel, as KuCoin pleaded guilty to many charges in the US and a $300 million fine. Ouch.
Yeah, some more news here, Matt. So crypto exchange KuCoin on Monday pleaded guilty to operating an unlicensed money transmitting business and agreed to pay nearly $300 million in fines. So Perkin Global, the company behind KuCoin, presented its guilty plea before U.S. District Judge Andrew Carter in Manhattan. The plea agreement requires KuCoin to pay a $112.9 million criminal fine and forfeit of $184.5 million. Furthermore, it mandates that KuCoin leaves the U.S. market for a minimum of 2 years. That is really bad for that exchange, but we've got to just wait and see what happens here.
100%. Moving forward on the regulatory stuff, Rachel, we said this year would be just the year of silliness, and the silliness continues to ensue. One of the craziest headlines of the week when I saw this, I literally thought it was fake. Bitwise literally filed for a Dogecoin ETF with the US SEC. Digital asset manager Bitwise officially submitted an S1 registration to the SEC to launch a Dogecoin spot ETF. If approved, the fund would expose investors to the price of the 8th largest crypto. Crazy that it's the 8th largest, but they would literally give access to the 8th largest crypto in the world to the public markets via TradFi. Silly, silly times, and this isn't changing anytime soon. Going to throw the ball over to your court here. You wrote a great article this week via a Chainalysis report on the market manipulation, how it's impacted billions in crypto trading volume.
Yeah, so while we're seeing huge wins for the U.S. crypto market and the crypto market in general, Chainalysis just came out with a report this week noting that there's been a ton of market manipulation on certain blockchains that's impacting billions in crypto trading volume. Basically, the findings raise serious concerns about the scale of market manipulation within the crypto industry. Diane Co, a data scientist at Chainalysis, told Cryptonews that the firm estimates wash trades involving ERC20 and BEP20 tokens account for up to $2.57 billion in trading volume on decentralized exchanges. Chainalysis found that pump and dump schemes accounted for 4.52% of market activity last year, which was up from 3.59% in 2023. The increase is partly attributed to lower transaction fees driven by the rise of new Layer 2 solutions and growing interest in cheaper Layer 1 chains. This is inflating volumes and making it difficult to access real market activity. This is why it's so important to follow this, read the report, and just, do your own research here.
Very well said and great article. Last piece of news on the week. We're going to finish with perhaps a bit of a positive piece of news here, Rachel. Vinecoin launched this week. Absolute mayhem. Vinecoin, also known as Vine, was launched by Russ Yusupov, one of the co-founders of the now defunct and crazily popular short-form video app that we all know and love, Vine. It was launched on the Solana blockchain and quickly gained traction. Within hours of launch, it hit a market cap surpassing $200 million. Absolutely insane. Tons of people printed life-changing money on this, and he confirmed his involvement via a post on X, which included a selfie to dispel any doubts of his account being hacked, which evidently fueled the hype and went made everything go absolutely parabolic. And as of recording last night, the founders of Venmo also just launched a coin called Jelly to promote their new crypto product called Jelly. Again, crazy times in meme land, and also perhaps a new marketing tactic that might be used where founders want to come in and instead of doing the traditional marketing funnels, maybe they launch a coin just to get a shit ton of attention. But that concludes another weekly roundup, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in as always. If you enjoyed this one, and we hope you did, please do subscribe. It would mean the world to our team and I, and hammer that like button as always. Another crazy week in crypto. Rachel, love doing this with you. And folks, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, everyone. See you next time. Bye.
See you guys. Ciao.